Welcome back to Beyond the Gate. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more daily drama. Now let's step into Fairmont Crest, where tensions explode, loyalties are tested, and a bold declaration turns everything into a battle. Fairmont Crest had reached a breaking point. For days, tension had been building quietly beneath the surface. Subtle confrontations whispered disagreements and carefully controlled emotions. But now those tensions were no longer hidden. They were out in the open, and for some, it was no longer about avoiding conflict. It was about winning. The morning began at what Leslie Thomas dramatically referred to as an ungodly hour. Though most people would have considered it perfectly reasonable, Leslie sat at Orpheus with a clear sense of irritation already brewing beneath her polished exterior. Across from her sat Eva, who had grown increasingly accustomed to her mother's unpredictable moods. But even Eva wasn't prepared for what came next. A foreman approached their table, his expression cautious. "Construction has been shut down," he announced. Leslie blinked, stunned. "What do you mean, shut down?" she demanded. The foreman explained carefully. All the changes Leslie had insisted on, every last-minute adjustment, every modification, had pushed the construction just over the property line. Not by much, just an inch. But in Fairmont Crest, rules mattered, and that inch violated local bylaws. For a moment, Leslie sat in stunned silence. Then, as the realization settled in, her frustration erupted. "This is ridiculous," she snapped. Eva closed her eyes briefly, already feeling the weight of what was coming. Because when things didn't go Leslie's way, it never ended quietly. Elsewhere in the restaurant, a different kind of conversation was unfolding. Kat Richardson spotted Dr. Kiel Rollins and didn't hesitate to approach him. Sliding into the booth across from him, she got straight to the point. "I want to know your intentions," she said. Kiel raised an eyebrow, intrigued. "About my mother?" Kat replied. Kiel leant back slightly, considering his words. "We are just spending time together," he said calmly. "But I enjoy being with her." Kat studied him carefully. There was something about his answer that felt both honest and incomplete. She wasn't entirely convinced, but before she could press further, another scene began to unfold nearby, one that would draw everyone's attention. Back at Leslie and Eva's table, the situation escalated quickly. Leslie had hoped to charm her way out of the construction issue. When the inspector arrived, Leslie greeted her with forced warmth and confidence. But the woman who sat down across from them was not easily swayed. Her expression remained firm, her tone professional. Leslie tried everything: charm, persuasion, even subtle bribery. None of it worked. "The construction remains shut down," the inspector said firmly, "until new plans are approved." Leslie's smile disappeared instantly. "You can't be serious," she snapped. But the inspector didn't waver. With that, she stood and walked away, leaving Leslie sitting. Eva watched the entire exchange, her frustration growing. Finally, she stood up. "I can't do this," she said. And with that, she walked away, leaving Leslie alone at the table. As Eva stormed out, she passed Kat. Kat couldn't resist. With a small, satisfied smile, she gave a subtle wave. Leslie noticed immediately. "You had something to do with this, didn't you?" she accused. Kat simply leaned back, her expression calm. "No," she said, "but it looks like karma finally caught up with you." For once, Leslie had no immediate comeback. But the anger in her eyes suggested this wasn't over, not even close. At the Dupree mansion, a different kind of tension was unfolding. Bill Hamilton arrived with news. "I was able to stop the construction," he explained. Vernon Dupree nodded, satisfied. "Good," he said. "Maybe now Anita can finally have some peace." When Anita joined them, her presence brought a quiet shift to the room. There was strength in her, but also vulnerability. Bill tried to leave, sensing the emotional weight of the moment, but Anita stopped him. "Stay," she said gently. Something in her voice made it impossible to refuse. Once they were alone, Anita looked at Bill with quiet intensity. "I want you to be honest with me," she said. Bill hesitated. "When you look at me," she continued, "what do you see?" The question hung in the air. "Do you still see me?" she asked softly. "Or do you just see cancer?" Bill's expression shifted, emotion rising to the surface. "I see my mother," he said. His voice carried the weight of memory. He spoke about his own experience, watching his mother struggle, watching her lose hope. She stopped believing she would get better, he admitted. Anita listened carefully. "You can't let that happen to you," he urged. "Don't let it take control," Anita nodded, though her strength seemed fragile in that moment, but studied her closely. "You haven't been honest about your pain," he said. She didn't respond, and that silence told him everything. "Don't suffer in silence," he insisted. "Let people help you." Anita took a deep breath. "I'm not waiting for a miracle," she said quietly. Then, with renewed determination, she added, "I will make one." As Bill prepared to leave, Anita tried to stand but struggled. He gently encouraged her to rest. In the foyer, Bill paused, gathering himself emotionally. That's when Kat arrived. Seeing her uncle in that state, her heart immediately dropped. "Is she okay?" she asked, her voice trembling. Bill quickly reassured her. "She is fine," he said. "I promise." Relief washed over Kat, though concern still lingered. "We may not be family legally anymore," Bill added softly, "but I am still here." Those words meant more than he realized. Inside the house, Anita made a quiet but powerful decision. She picked up the phone. "I need to speak to a doctor," she said. Her voice was steady now. "I need all the help I can get." It was a turning point, one that showed she was ready to fight, not alone but with support. Back at Orphanage's, Vernon Dupree arrived with purpose. He approached Leslie directly. "I am the one who shut down your construction," he said plainly. Leslie's eyes narrowed. "You can only push me so far," she warned. Vernon didn't hesitate. "I have only just started pushing," he replied. Then, with quiet intensity, he added, "Game on." And just like that, the battle lines were drawn. So guys, no more today. What do you think? Who will win this battle between Vernon and Leslie? And is Isaiah making the right choice trusting Eva? Let us know in the comments. Like this video and subscribe to Beyond the Gate for more powerful drama and daily updates.